Now, what are we going to do if there are no errors? Okay. So if there are errors, we print the error message. Now, if there are no errors, we're going to go for else. Okay. And we are going to send our email. Okay, so now we have no errors, so we're going to send our email. Okay, so first let's define the variables or the arguments of the mail function. Okay, so we're going to define the message, the receiver of the email. I'm going to set that to a certain value, and we are going to define the so you've got the receiver, the message, the subject as well. Okay, and if you want to send an HTML email, we are going to add a headers variable. Okay, so I'm going to send the email to this address. Okay, and the subject is going to be, for example, contact. And the message, let's have okay, let's have a paragraph. Okay, then we're gonna have the name of the user, and then another paragraph. We're going to say the email of the user, and then another paragraph where we're going to say a message, for example, and then a final paragraph where we're going to write the actual message of the user. Okay, so I'm going to write at the beginning name. Okay, and we're going to have the name of the user, and then the email followed by the email variable, and then message, and then in the last paragraph we can have the message of the user, and let's place it inside strong tags so that it's bold. Okay, and we want the message of the user there. Okay, so that's going to be our email, and since it's an HTML email, we're going to add a fourth argument, which is going to be the headers, and we're going to set that to content. Okay, we're missing something. Okay, we need to close the double quotes there, and we're going to set this to content type, and we're going to set that to text/HTML. Okay. All right. So now we are ready to send our email. Okay. So rather than just saying mail and then putting all the arguments there, we are going to check if the email has been sent. Okay. Since the mail function is going to return a Boolean. So we're going to check if mail, and then we place all our parameters there to subject, message, and headers. Okay, so if the email has been accepted successfully for delivery, then we are going to set the result message to a success div. Okay, so it's going to be a div of class alert success. Okay, let's give it a class alert success. Okay, and let's write some text saying, for example, thanks for your message. We will get back to you as soon as possible. Okay, so that's if the email has been sent successfully. If not, we're going to go for else, and this time we are going to choose another value for our results message. So it's going to be a warning message. Okay, and rather than using an alert success, we're going to use alert warning, and we're going to say, for example, enable to send email, please try again later, for example. Okay, and anyway, at the end we are echoing our results message. Okay, so of course our code ready. We'll see in a bit how we're gonna redirect the user to the other page, but for now we want to print a results message in all cases. Okay, so let's try. So if you refresh the page, well, let's just start from the beginning. So let's write something there. Okay, and let's write a message. So if I click on send message, so it says thanks for your message, we'll get back to you as soon as possible. So this means that the email has been sent successfully. Okay, so we had no errors. Okay, so in the code we went to this stage where we were able to send an email, and the email has been sent successfully. Okay, so let's check in our inbox if we received any email, and we can see there that we've got an email. So if I click there, and the message is hi, and we can see that we have an HTML message, and we can see that the text is bold. Okay, so that's how we can create a nice, simple, responsive contacts form using PHP and Bootstrap. So now one final change. So rather than printing the success message here when we send the email, we are going to redirect the user to another page, which is going to be the thanks for your message page. Okay, so let's copy the template to this new file and change the title to thanks for your message. Okay, so we're just going to go to the container div, or let's go to the contact form div and get rid of the contents for now. Okay, so let's have just a heading saying thanks, and let's have a div after that saying thanks for your message, we will get back to you as soon as possible. Okay, and let's give it a class alert success. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna rename this. Let's just keep the same class for the contact form. You can rename it if you want to. Anyway, so that's our thank you page. So now, rather than printing the results message, okay, we are going to redirect the user to this page. So how are we going to do that? So I'm just going to comment this piece of code. So rather than setting the results message to this value, so we're just going to comment that. And rather than having that, we are going to use a function called header. Okay. So if you click on Control K, you can see details about this function. So it will just, it's saying here, send a row HTTP header. And what this function is doing is just that it will just redirect us to a new location. So in the parameter, we are just gonna write a string, and inside the double quotes, we're gonna write location, and we're gonna say where we want to be headed. Okay, so we are gonna go to the file called 20.thanks for your message.php. Okay, and rather than echoing the results message here, okay, well, we can keep it actually. Yeah, we can keep it here because all the other cases are going to need to print the results message from there. Okay, so now let's test this. Okay, so if I save and let's start from the beginning again. So now let's fill the inputs and write a message. So if we click on send message, now you can see that we have been redirected to the thank you page. Okay, and we can also check if we received another email. So we click on inbox, not yet. Let's try again. Okay, not yet. And we can see the email there. Okay, so the email has been sent successfully. All right. So that's how we can create a nice, simple contact form using PHP and Bootstrap. Okay. In the next video, we're gonna cover date and time in PHP.